Hello friends, my name is Sunil Malkani. I am the CEO and founder of Fulspire. You have been watching my videos and I thank you very much for watching our videos on Fulspire. Please continue to support us, like, follow and subscribe Fulspire. Fulspire friends is present on YouTube, LinkedIn and Instagram as well as Facebook. So please do follow us on social media. Without your support, we cannot grow as a company. So friends, today's topic is on two human behaviors. The first behavior is reactive behavior and the second behavior is responsive behavior. So what is the difference and how do we convert reactive to responsive? That is the topic of today's discussion. So friends, to understand reactive and responsive, let us look a little bit into the human mind. The human mind has two major components. One is emotion and the other is the logic. So emotional behavior is reactive behavior, whereas logical behavior has emotion in it but has taken a responsive, logical response after dealing with the emotion. Let me give an example to illustrate the point. Let's say somebody irritates you or annoys you or makes you angry. What happens is that the first emotion brain gets aroused. The emotional brain normally has three triggers of stimulus: flight, fright, and fight. So whenever someone has made you angry, your normal reaction, emotional reaction, is to fight back. Or if the person is far more powerful than you, then you may get frightened and run away. Flight, fright, fight. This is emotional response. And typically, we all get these emotional responses. I am also not saying that I have grown to that level that I do not get emotionally upset or emotionally aroused. All of us will get. And it is the normal human brain. The first emotion is emotion. It is always aroused in response to external stimuli. Right? A mosquito bites me. Typical reaction is kill it. Right? That's reactive behavior, sure. Absolutely. So there are n number of triggers which arouse emotional responses every day. And these are all reactive behaviors. Are they normal? Yes, they are. Are they helpful? Questionable. So how do I move out of reactive behavior to responsive behavior? So let us first understand what is responsive behavior, and then let me suggest a few strategies which may help you deal with reactive behavior and convert it to responsive behavior. So let's understand response. So responsive behavior is logical, it is structured, it is analytical, it uses the brain's frontal cortex area, which is the seat of intelligence, memory, decision making, problem solving, etc. Right? So responsive behavior looks at the problem or looks at the situation, does an analysis of the situation, decides what are the possible choices to make, and then creates a plan of action. That, my dear friends, is logical, structured, or responsive behavior. Are we able to understand this? So, responsive behavior is logical. Reactive behavior is emotional. Now, typically, as I said earlier, our normal behavior is reactive. So how do I convert reactive to response? Because responsive behavior is successful. Because remember, it has 3 steps: situational analysis, possible plan of choices that I have in terms of plan A, plan B, plan C, and lastly, choosing an action plan. So there is a very logical, structured process in responsive behavior. So obviously, it will be paying me success. So friends, when there is a reaction, the first step is to consciously put a break, a pause. We all watch television, we all watch OTT platforms, we all watch reels. There is a pause button, and it allows you to focus on something else which is more important while you're watching the reel or watching the cinema or watching the reel movie, right? So same way, between the reaction and response, if we are able to put a gap of just 10 seconds, the reactive brain subsides, the emotional brain subsides, and the logical brain takes over. So how do I create these 10-second pauses? Those of us who understand a little bit of neuroscience will appreciate the fact that whenever emotions are aroused, there is release of excitatory neurochemicals in the brain, and that causes the emotional arousal. But within 10 seconds, excitatory neurotransmitters are suppressed by the inhibitory neurotransmitters, which help restore resting membrane potential in the neurons, right? So a 10-second gap, a pause, is all that we need to convert reaction to response. So one strategy that works for me is count 10 seconds. How do I do that? 10,001, 10,002, 10,003, and so on till 10,010. That's 10 seconds pause. Consciously count 10. That's one way of converting reaction to response. Walk away is another strategy. So whenever there is a fire, we run away, isn't it? So whenever there's an emotional arousal, we walk away from that emotion and divert the brain to something else. Drinking a glass of water could be one way of diverting the brain. Those of us who are smokers can take a puff. That could be another way of diverting the brain's mind. Or simply switching off. Telling the person who has aroused the reaction, I will respond to you after 2 minutes, after 5 minutes, or after 30 minutes. Taking a pause, taking a break, friends, is the best strategy whenever the reactive brain, emotional brain, is aroused. So friends, how did you find this video? Did you understand reaction versus response? Would you like to share your experiences of reaction versus response? Please do. I would be very interested to know how you liked this video and your personal experiences with reaction versus response. Thank you.